The person talking about the restoration, the author said, the blondness of the stone, the brilliance of the paintings, the light through the stained glass windows, all the artworks, all the paintings that were cleaned, the statues that were restored, he said, all of that did not exist before the fire. And yet here it is. We once again have the Cathedral of Notre Dame in the heart of Paris. Do you know that in Paris, if you're in Europe and you set your GPS for Paris, Notre Dame is kilometer zero. That's where all of the measurements come from. That's where the counting begins. What is your kilometer zero? Where do you come from when you are seeking the sacred, when you are looking for that heartstone, when you are looking for that connection that we have one to another? Every single heart has light in it. And each heart is part of the one light called life. And each light is reflected uniquely. We are like that stained glass window, right? Each of us a unique color and shape and clarity, and maybe there are facets that allow the light to refract, but it's still one light from within that is burning brightly, that is shining through us individually, uniquely. When you find something that is a point of connection for people, whether it's the family dinner table at Christmas time, or it's a cathedral in Paris, or it's the giant cross in El Salvador, or it's the Holy Temple in Jerusalem, or it's Grandma's rose garden, that place where people connect and reflect and know that life is of value, of meaning, of warmth, of light, that we are fed by that. That warmth that we seek and the food that we need and the love that we crave, those necessities of being human, are not only fulfilled in form or by places or with other people, they are fulfilled in our recognition of connection, in our realization that life is one life, that as different as we may appear, as much as we may not identify with some things in the world, the life that is within all things is still one life. Parker Palmer was writing about the death of President Kennedy in 1963. And he wrote this, which applies to what we're talking about today. He said, "He was far too young to die, and I was too young to have my world unravel as it did. I grieved my loss, our loss, then started to reweave a work, a life, a world, not knowing then what I know now. The world unravels always and must be rewoven time and again. You must keep collecting threads of meaning, threads of hope, threads of purpose, energy, and will, along with all the knowledge and skill that every weaver needs. You must keep on weaving, stopping only to repair your broken loom. Weave a cloak of warmth and light against the dark and cold, a cloak in which to wrap whoever comes your way in need. The world with all its suffering, those near at hand, yourself. Then you will find along the way the thread with which you might reweave your own tattered life, the thread that more than any other weaves in warmth and light, making both the weaver and the weaving true. The red thread they call love, the thread you hold, then hand along, saying to another, you." We are called by the sacred. And when we are, the music within us rings out. And when we are darkened and burned and crumbled, that light that is within each of us is offered to relieve the darkness. And the world celebrates. Namaste.